Hey guys, it's Tuesday. Good morning. I hope you're having a good day. If I haven't seen you on the Zoom call yet, I look forward to that. If we already saw you, it was awesome. I so enjoyed seeing you guys yesterday. So we're going to make sure to do that every day. I'm actually going to do two videos this morning, one on growth mindset and vocab, and then I'm going to jump into a quick video on Google Classroom for you so that you guys can start making sure you're turning work into me so that I know kind of where you are and I can keep up with your grades. So we're going to jump into growth mindset today. So I'm going to share my screen with you. We've been talking about confidence this week, and I think this is a really good week to talk about confidence. Confidence is one of those things that this week we may be kind of struggling with or feeling really good about. Learning at home is something totally new that we're exploring together, and we really have to have a growth mindset about having our learning at home. And some of you may not be feeling very confident about wanting to do your work, and others of you might be feeling like, oh, this is awesome, I can just rock it out. So whoops, I apologize for that. So this week, I really want you to think about what's causing you to have a high level or a low level of confidence. Today, you are going to draw a picture of yourself in the most confident moment of your life. So think about what that was. How old were you and what were you doing? Then tomorrow on our Zoom call, if you want to share out what you did, you can share that with us. You can even show us your book, or you could just talk about it. So we'll talk about those on our Zoom call on Wednesday. So I want you guys to think about that. When it comes to confidence right now, I know some of you might not be feeling super confident about learning at home, and I want to just encourage you. I'm going to pop back here. I want to encourage you to have a growth mindset about this. I'm not going to ask you guys to do so much work that you're stressed out, but I do want you to make sure that you keep learning. And so the work that I'm asking you to do is not as much as what we would do in school because you're doing it at home. So I definitely want to make sure you're doing it. I sent a message to mom and dad and grandma and grandpas, whoever's helping you with your work, about MobyMax, which we're going to start tomorrow. And I do want you guys to start spending about 30 minutes on math, just in learning, and then 15 minutes on fact fluency. So we'll talk a little bit about that on our Zoom call, but I want you guys to work on your confidence in here. You can do this. I believe in you. And I think what we think about, we've talked a lot about that, right? Our metacognition, thinking about our thinking. We've talked about our self-talk, and all those things are going to be the things that help us get through this. So let's go back and let's go to vocab, and then let's get out your vocab books. So if you don't have your vocab books, go ahead and get those out. And if you want to pause and do your growth mindset first, you can. And then let's take our vocab books out. So our first word for this week is prank, which is pretty appropriate since April Fool's Day is tomorrow. That's a pretty appropriate day. I saw a lot of your sentences had the word prank in them. Make sure that you watch the second video that I post today because it's going to show you a different place to put your sentence for today and from now on. I decided to move it. So a prank is a practical joke or a trick. So a synonym, remember a synonym, I can replace the word prank. I'm planning a trick or a joke for my parents for April Fool's Day. That would be a good word to stick in there, a trick or a joke. The antonym, the opposite of that, would be honesty or seriousness. If I wasn't playing a joke, I would be pretty serious. So that would be a good antonym. You would be honest. All right, continuous. This is going to be your word for the day to write a sentence. It's without an end. Sometimes I think you guys wish that you had continuous recess without an end for sure. Sometimes I wish you had a continuous recess. So that would be endless or constant. That would be great. Or what about a continuous supply of chocolate? That could be good too. Or for me, an endless supply, a continuous supply of Starbucks iced tea. That would go with some of your multiplication questions you wrote about me having 10 glasses 9 times a day. That would be pretty awesome. So an endless or constant time, an endless time. If it's not continuous, it's ending or interrupted. So right now, we are on a continuous amount of days at home. It's endless right now. But at some point, it's going to be interrupted or it's going to end. And the continuous days that we have to spend at home won't happen anymore. And there will be an end. So that would be the opposite. Today, I want you guys to write a sentence using the word continuous. Decline is our next word. Remember yesterday we talked about I tried to decline, but he insisted I eat the cake. It's an unwillingness to consider an idea or request. It's refusing or rejecting. I tried to reject, but he insisted that I eat the cake. If I'm not declining it, I'm allowing it or accepting it. I will eat all the cake that you want me to. I'm not going to decline it. For all of these words, please pause the video so that you can write down the antonyms and synonyms. Don't feel like you have to write as fast as I'm talking. Please pause the video, write them down, and then hit start again. All right, pivot. I just keep thinking about this word with basketball for you. It's to turn as if on a pin. The dancer pivoted on her toes. So she turned, rotated, spin, swivel. When I saw you guys play basketball, there was times when you had the ball and instead of being able to keep moving, you had to pivot, just spinning or rotating without moving because you weren't allowed. You had to pass the ball. So think about that when you think of the word pivot. If you're not pivoting, you're just standing still or you're stopping. You're not moving. All right, and our last word is gnaw, and I just thought about Jesus so much when I see this word. Or Ellie, your new puppy, I cannot remember his name, so you have to tell me. I just think about all your little doggies that you guys talk about. To bite or chew. Our dog will gnaw, and puppies definitely gnaw on everything. So they bite, they chew, they nibble. There is not an antonym for this word. And we've had that before where sometimes we just don't have an antonym. So I want you guys to make sure you have all your synonyms and antonyms. Tomorrow we'll do our wow word. And then Thursday is your favorite because you still get to do picture dictionary. So make sure that you have all these words. If you get stuck, remember there's a document on our Google Classroom. And make sure to watch the other video. I'll see you on our Zoom call.